And the chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Alan LaForce reporting from the sideline. And the injury story, when you're missing two players, including a starter, a lot of changes, rotations, and roles.
Two injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's Shea in at the point. And for Boston, dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Bones Hyland is out there with Goodwin. And it's Queta in at the 5 down low. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coaches?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
Inside, here's Gobert. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gobert's got the first points up on the board here for the Timberwolves. And now, Alan LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game planning. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Here's Randall. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Edwards from deep three-point territory. And that one's off, and this is his first shot of the game. And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
Cans it from downtown.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
Here's Goodwin. Shot's good. Brown making the play.
Doesn't get much easier than that. That is nice work.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Shea with it. This game an incredible scoring display for him. That 3 off the mark. To the inside. Here's Hyland. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, Hyland working hard for that high percentage shot. That's nicely done.
Here's Shea, and the 3 ball is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Brown kicks to Tatum from downtown. Rebound, Minnesota. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
All right, I'm just getting this my headset. I'm told we have Shams Charania, our 2K insider, on the line. He's now with us, and some important NBA news. Hey, Shams, what do you have for us?
Hey, Kevin. The intel today is out of the Big Apple. The New York Knicks, with an early season transaction, they went out and got a really good big man in Wendell Carter Jr., prototypical size and length for a modern big. He can defend, and offensively, he may not ever lead the league in scoring, but over the years, he has extended his range out beyond the arc. This is a very solid addition to winning basketball.
Always some exciting news happening in the NBA. We thank Shams for always bringing it to us. And here is Goodwin following the 3 from Shea. Lets it go with the 3. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Shea. Shea's got 4 assists now tonight. DB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Dosunmu comes in for McDaniels, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Shoots over Hauser, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
I like DiVincenzo trying to score on the interior. Underrated hops from the young man.
To the middle, looking to end the run, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
They set the pick. Three-pointer, and down it goes. Three-pointer falls in from Shea. Shea's got 9.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Tatum passes to Garza. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And here's Tatum, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to...
And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
They've got Sam Hauser, and it's Gonzalez in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, Shea in their last time out against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He ended up with 59 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Headed to the floor right now is Celtics Entertainment.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Julius Randle. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Edwards in for Dante DiVincenzo. Tatum passes to Garza. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Shea sinks the three-pointer. Shea's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And having a whale of a game from three-point range. Drained 3 of them in that first quarter and has added 3 more here in the second.
A 3 ball, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. That shot wide open. 23 points for Shea.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
They set the pick. The 3 from Tatum. That one's not going to go.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Edwards fights through for 2.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Brown with a screen on McDaniel. Tatum kicks to Brown. .144 left to play here in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. A 3 from Tatum. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 10. Pass to Gobert. And here's Jay. Back to Gobert. Stolen away. Here's Gonzalez. Now Tatum. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Michael Porter and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers.
And for that game against Miami, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
McDaniels against Tatum. To stop the run. Great job by Tatum in close.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
McDaniels a screen on Highland. And Jay gets it to go.
Another reason why they're up. Just taking what the defense giving him here.
Here's Highland. The kick out to Tatum. Sinking that tough shot. Jason Tatum.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Reed with a screen for Jay. And a miss there on the triple. Tatum looking around. The wide open look here for Highland. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. And so we wrap up the first half. Timberwolves lead by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
The Timberwolves, 24. Fans, please direct your attention.
Hey everybody, always a fascinating story. Our first order of business. Let's catch you up on some trades around the league.
Oh, this is a great trade for them. Wendell, always a double-double threat. I mean, he gives you size and toughness without hurt.
And now guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Boston Celtics.
They've done some good.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. While you look at Jay in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Now Randall on the court for Minnesota. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Jay in at the 1 spot. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think score. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Tatum no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Jay, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And now a 12-point Timberwolves lead. Highland passes to Queta. Now Highland, covered by Jay. Here's Queta, still without a basket. Fires the 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Jay kicks to Randall. There's a good screen. And here's Edwards from the arc. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Down by 12. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
0 for 3 to start the second half. You've got to start finding your footing here.
And Jay gets it to go.
Even though they have the lead, this guy keeping his foot on the gas pedal, I love it.
Brown outside. Back to Highland. To end the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own 3.
Edwards passes to Shea. Beyond the arc. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Minnesota making some changes. Osumu, he's checked in for McDaniel. And Anthony subbed in for Edwards. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's Brown. Outside Tatum. From past the arc. Tatum from 3.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Well, already so accomplished, Doris. Jason Tatum. As you look at the landscape of the Celtics, where is his place in that story?
Well, let's remember, Kevin, that he's still a young player, and so that history is still being written. But the North Star for the Boston Celtics is always championships, and Tatum has proven he can deliver.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the team.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
Shea outside. Randall with a screen for Shea. Connects again.
And he's into the 40s scoring-wise. A familiar place to be.
We've seen him do this a lot. He's almost into the top 5 on the all-time 40-point game list. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Back over to you guys.
You absolutely love that confidence. Okay, Allie, we thank you. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Yeah, looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hilliard, defended by DiVincenzo. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yes, that goes in.
And that is DiVincenzo simply willing the ball in the bucket. That's 2 points the hard way.
Down low, here's Hilliard. The layup missed. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Timberwolves ahead. And as we head into the fourth. Minnesota making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Melton. And Chase subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Good one out there with Bones Highland. And it's Garza in at center, locking down the middle. That's the Boston 5. Puts up the 3. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Celtics trail by 18.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Timberwolves.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath.
Oh, here the Celtics decide to talk it over. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This one